So if you understood the X-ray properly, treatment is not difficult. Okay, if you don't understood, then you can make a problem. So if you see, this was peroneal dislocation, and surgeon missed that there is a peroneal component, and he fixed the only the scaphoid, and he landed up into the stable but stiff and painful wrist. So acute presentation is the right time when you can treat them and you can have a very good prognosis or the outcome of the patient. So what treatment we can do? Either we can go for the close reduction and the cast, but they are unstable, so cannot be rely completely. So close reduction and the K-wires, or sometimes open reduction and the pinning, depending on the situation. So if you see the same previous X-ray, there is a peroneal dislocation, as Dr. Parag said. This is the trans-scaphoid peroneal dislocation ending at the radial styloid. So how do we reduce when we see them for the first time? So this was actually, I'm just trying to mimic what I have done in the emergency room. You give the gentle traction under short anesthesia, give the traction and try to milk the lunate at the carpal tunnel so that it will get reduced. Okay, and this is the X-ray what we can see after the reduction. So lunate is falling into the place. And this was the X-ray. You can see now very well. There is a scaphoid, trans-styloid, trans-scaphoid ending into the ulnar styloid. So this is a greater arc injury, and this is what we see after the X-ray. In the lateral also, there is a dorsal avulsion of the distal radius. So now this has to be followed by the definitive fixation. So what approach? Dorsal, volar, or combine? So approach depends on the X-ray, what we see. Mostly these are the, can be treated very well with the dorsal approach here. So the first step is to stabilize the lunate. So one wire going from the distal radius to the styloid, to the lunate. Then next is you're fixing the scaphoid. So from dorsal side, you can pass the wire and you can have the fixation either with the Herbert screw or the compression screw for the scaphoid. So the K-wires for either going from the scaphoid to the lunate, or scaphoid to the capitate, or scaphoid to the triquetrum. So mostly the lunate and triquetrum, they heal with the K-wires, don't require the repair of the ligament of the scaphoid and lunate, which is commonly required. And this was the final what we can see. The one wire going from scaphoid to capitate, lunate and distal radius, and one wire from triquetrum to the lunate, and the compression screw which was fixed for the scaphoid. And this was his 3 years follow-up. So how to go for the volar approach? Now this is another trans-scaphoid greater arc injury, peroneal dislocation, lunate is out of the fossa, capitate is going down, and the patient was treated with the close reduction and the plaster cast. But if you see the patient clinically, he is saying there is a tingling in the fingers. So that indicate clearly there is a compression of the median nerve by the lunate, and he's saying just take that out. So this patient underwent through the volar approach, where the lunate was reduced back, carpal median nerve was decompressed, and rest other fixed with the K-wires as shown in the previous slide. Now coming to the dorsal approach, when we need open reduction. So again, this was a lesser arc injury. As you can see, the rest scaphoid, there is no styloid fracture, ulnar or radial, but pure lunate dislocated out of its place. So this attempted close reduction, you can see, but still it is incongruous. It has gone from here to here, but it is not completely reduced yet. And this was not further possible with the close reduction. So we went for the open reduction. As per the literature, the lesser arc injury has a relatively poor prognosis because it's a pure ligament failure, and we need to address what has been ruptured. So open reduction with the dorsal approach, going between third and fourth extensor compartment. And you can see I'm using the dura elevator, which is relatively traumatic to the small carpal bones. But if you see closely, there are lots of cartilage, small bone of the small cartilage things are come out. So that need also to be addressed. Now this is reduced. So again, going with the definitive fixation with the K wires, and here that lunate was unstable. So it was fixed with the small anchor into the lunate, and rest others are fixed with the K wire. So this was the final outcome, one wire going from scaphoid to lunate, lunate to triquetrum, and the other wires are addressing those small cartilage which are taken out, and the suture anchor which is holding the scapholunate ligament. And this was the functional outcome, 3 years follow-up. So sometimes combined approach is required, though rarely, but sometimes like delayed presentation. The last case Dr. Parag showed, the carpal has completely gone into the distal part of the forearm. But this patient, to start with, it was a polytrauma case with the open wound. So this again went with the reduction with the K wires and the external fixation for the distal and radius. And this was approached through both the side, and this was his function, relatively good function achieved. So to conclude, close reduction and K-wire is the key for the treatment when they present acutely. When there is a lesser arc injury, definitely requires the ligament repair, especially of the scapholunate, and a combined approach mostly required for the delayed presentation or for the which are not amenable from the dorsal side. Thank you.